What's going on, guys? Welcome to Econ Street. My name's Anthony Plera.
And I'm Corey Nicholson.
Welcome to the channel, guys.
Content is king, so we're recording a video right now. It's just being a little bit more like a vlog style.
So I started entrepreneurship 1,600 days ago, and since then I run a 7-figure e-commerce brand, a 6-figure marketing agency, and this awesome YouTube channel where I can talk to all of you. But you don't care about that. All you care about is the lessons. So if I can learn just a few things after all these damn days and losing like millions of dollars for these lessons, here's what they'd be. Starts off with not being naive. Don't be a fucking idiot. Earlier on in both of our careers, me and Anthony, the one thing that we thought we needed was a mentor. And we saw it all over the internet just like you have. Get rich fast, do this, do that. It's as simple as this, just pay me. And so, being a young 17-year-old, we were naive. We paid mentors that we thought would solve everything for us. And we thought that we were always just one course away, one video away from achieving success, when in reality, the answer is actually hard work. And I remember paying this guy $1,000 of my own money. At the time when I was younger, that was like a lot, that was like a tremendous amount. And I was like, oh my God, it's better work. And I came to find out that he was a banker working a job and didn't even do e-commerce that much. And I was just like, is this real? Like, let's call this fucker. Let's call this guy up, yo. This guy's in Mexico. Let's see if we can get a hold of him. Hey.
What's good?
What's up, bro?
How's it going? Hey, what's up, boys? Here from Mexico. Wish I could be in the video. I'm sure you guys are having a good time in the cold, but I'm here sweating my balls off in Mexico, so you guys enjoy.
Eddie can't feel his fingers, bro. So, how were you naive when you were 17? We were talking about it earlier, but like, tell us a story about blank blank.
Damn, dude. When I was learning e-com, dropshipping, everything, man, like I just fell for everything. I fell for all those little traps, right? I mean, I was trying to learn as much as I could. I was eager to learn the way, the will to win, I guess you could say, right? So, I got suckered into like a mentor.
Yeah, how much did you pay?
It was $1,500 at the time.
Yeah, which probably scared the shit out of you.
Yeah. It was like 20% of my bank account at that time.
Yeah.
So it was crazy, yeah. And then I just, I learned a little bit from him, but I mean, I never, like, I'm not where I'm at because of him today, you know what I mean? Like, he just kind of helped me with a few things, but, we all get suckered into those things.
Yeah, facts, it's so true. I was saying how it's even crazy, like, you can't be naive with courses, you can't be naive with even like the stuff you're reading, like information from accountants. Like, we've had situations where, like, if we were to assume everyone else was doing their jobs correctly, we could be out of business by now. But it's the fact that we question everything and challenge our own thinking and everyone else's thinking that we're actually successful and not just like in the hole. Like with the accountants and with lawyers, like anybody, like no one's going to do the work for you. So like it's important to ask questions and just like, question everything.
Yeah, and our fuck accountants, bro.
It's wild. All right, we're gonna get back to the video, but you enjoy Mexico. Say bye to the crew. Alright, so after freezing our asses off outside, we're on to point number 2, and this one's all about e-commerce. The first thing I see a lot of our audience do wrong, myself included back in the day, was not knowing the difference between revenue, profit, and free cash flow. Revenue is pretty straightforward, alright? You sell 10 things, each for 10 bucks, you have $100 in revenue. Now, most people also know what net profit is. Like, there's kind of two parts of this, but there's gross margin, which only factors in your COGS. It's like your cost of goods sold to buy that $10 t-shirt for $2, and then your net margin, which is inclusive of the COGS, any employees you pay, advertising, etc. There's a lot more that goes into it. But say after all is said and done, after your ads, buy plan, everything, you're left with you're left with 30 bucks out of the 100. You now have a 30% net margin. But out of that money that you just made in profit, not all of that might hit your bank account. You might have loans to pay, other things that are taking up your cash flow, you're buying inventory to stay in stock, and all of a sudden out of that 30 bucks, you're only keeping a few dollars out of that $100 sale in your actual bank account. And I didn't learn this for a long time. And as I was starting to first scale my brand and we shipped 3,000 orders in 1 month in March of 2021, a long time ago, I was like, where the hell is all of our money? And once I actually learned this difference difference between profit and cash flow, things got a lot easier for me and I was able to actually project how to like run my business. That's step number one. Step number two was back to what I just said. 2021 was the year of the yay. Like everything was so easy, capital was cheap, COVID was here, so everyone was just buying stuff online, and e-commerce was really easy back then. And a lot of the stuff that I used to preach was actually practical back then. The good news is that the stuff that I say now is even more practical, because 2022 was the year of like the, oh fuck, we screwed up. Like any big business that was burning tons of money now had to fire people, learn more about an actual like unit economics and how to actually like run a profitable business. And the stuff that applied in 2021 no longer applies in 2023. And as an entrepreneur, it's up to you to adapt and realize that if you want to run an e-commerce brand in 2023, you need to master content. And a lot of that starts with TikTok. I still believe TikTok, as long as it doesn't get banned, is the best platform to be posting on every single day, multiple times, going viral, and then, yes, pushing paid ads behind it. But it starts with organic. It starts with hiring a content creator, maybe 4 of them, maybe 40 of them, it depends how big your brand is, and having them build all these personalities for your brand, posting every single day. The days of just like taking a product, running ads on Facebook, and hoping for a big business is like, back in the day, it was like this, and then it got smaller, and now it's literally the smallest it's ever been. Is it still possible? Yes, and you'll see ads talking about that and all those gurus, but don't be naive. Like I said in point number 1, you have to build content, and this takes a long time. All right, so this third out of fourth point is all about fitness. A lot of you watching this video are young men, even if you're a young woman. By all means, fitness is the biggest unlock you'll ever come across when it comes to being an entrepreneur and working for yourself and managing your own time. Right when I dropped out of school with minimal money in the bank, and right when I quit my part-time job at McDonald's, I became an absolute meathead. Now, I went a little bit over the board with it. Like I went like crazy and I was in the gym for 3 hours a day, almost every single day, grinding my heart out. You don't have to do that, but it's no secret now if you watch any kind of social media or just care about yourself even a little bit. It's no secret that fitness is the biggest unlock. Earlier in 2022, in August, I ran an ultra marathon. So this is 60 kilometers of running. And so while running all these companies and doing a few more things, I was running almost 100 kilometers a week in the summer, training for this race. And on those runs, not only was I becoming a better runner and obviously losing my gains, but I was unlocking this like level of mental clarity I never had before. And I'd come back from these runs with so much ideas on how to execute, and there's science behind this. I won't get into it, but running, walking, or lifting weights every day does nothing but benefit you. And so if you're one of those entrepreneurs that think, I am too busy for the gym, I'd rather work for 2 hours on this or that, you are so wrong. Like, close the laptop, get off the screens, go lift, go run, do whatever. Like you're gonna unlock the mental clarity. But before I proceed to this next and last point, I need a fucking espresso, so I'll be back. Looking for cream, but we're out of cream, so I gotta use this shit. This sugary, non-healthy creamer. Man, it's good. All right, so me and Anthony got this co-working space a few months ago, and we really wanted to spice it up. And if you look around, our co-working space and all the offices here look different than any other office in this building. We pimped it out, and we're gonna get a few more of these posters, but the one that we got that I wanna share real quick is this thing right here, titled D2C House. And as you can see, there's a few things in it. There's me and Anthony, who look pretty fucking wild in this. We have City of Purville, because we call our Shopify orders PURs, which is purchases. So we call it, we live in the city of Purville, and there's these 3 whales right here. And if you're an e-com, you know about Triple Whale. We love Triple Whale. We've used them for like months on months now, for a long time. We're going to their event in Texas at the end of this month. But we have 3 whales here. We have this airline here, which I'm gonna get into in a sec, about point number 4. But having these kind of like pimped out things, it makes your office feel so much more homey, and yeah, it's just fucking hilarious. And we actually showed Triple Whale this and they loved it. But that's the poster. And then there's the OG Ecom Street right here. If you're an OG subscriber and you're watching this, like the video. If you remember us when we were Ecom Street, you're just a real one. All right, so last point I want to get to here is all about mental health, balancing your life, and even relationships. From years 2019 to 2021, I was an absolute mess. I was like that person that I just mentioned in the previous segment, where I was a workaholic. All I cared about was gym and fitness. I was closing off important things like family, health, recovery, and relationships. I had no interest in women, which has its pros and cons, but in reality, 2022 hit and I was like, damn, I need to make a change or else I'm gonna burn out and never have a good life, no matter how much money I make. So I realized, okay, what can I do? One, started meeting, more girls. And I met a girlfriend. I've been dating her for almost 9 months now. And that really taught me how to balance things out, because now there's a whole other ball to juggle that I never had before. And if you go on TikTok and you see all these woke quotes about men saying, cut her off, she's gonna cheat, don't worry about that stuff, it's all bullshit. If you find the right partner, you're only gonna find that by screwing around and seeing who's out there. When you find the right one, you'll know, and your life actually gets better, not worse, than by being single. That's what I truly believe, if you're actually with the right partner. So that was number one. Then number two came down to traveling. You know, before 2022, I'd done zero traveling since I was 3 years old. I realized that I wanted to make traveling kind of fun and kind of more useful than just leisurely, because I don't feel good when I'm just doing nothing. So I found excuses to travel and justified the cost. We went to an ECF, like networking event powered by e-commerce fuel in Salt Lake City. That was amazing. I ran a race in Calgary that was 60 kilometers. That was an excuse to travel. And by going out there and seeing who else is out there, not only do you experience more parts of this crazy ass world, this like crazy sphere we all live on, but you also get to meet more people. Like you're now meeting people that you wouldn't have otherwise ever met, and then we become lifelong friends. And so I've met people in these places that became clients at my agency, friends for fitness, etc. Like the list goes on, but it's wild. Step three, lastly for this whole video, the main takeaway here is all about mental health. We live in this culture where everything is all hustle porny and you have to be working 24/7, and if you don't have $5 million by age 23, you're a loser and all this stuff. When in reality, you have so much time, and the biggest separator, aside from fitness, who you're dating, what your business model is, the biggest separator from the successful people and the ones that fail is their mental clarity and how they perceive life and how their confidence is every single day. Because the actions you're doing today are going to dictate what happens a few years from now. And so if you're doing these actions at a suboptimal level and you don't feel fully confident in yourself, you're not going to see the results that you want. And so this comes down to having a set morning routine, you know, actually sticking to your discipline thing for fitness, like whatever it may be for you, you need to stick to that and operate from this like zone of confidence and genius. That's how you truly separate from others. And so you're gonna have doubt, you're gonna have insecurities, but it only becomes scary, these doubt insecurities, when you actually let them get into your head and actually like, you know, dictate how you act on them. So everyone's gonna have them, and like thoughts are just thoughts that pass by in your head almost like clouds. It's up to you as a man or woman or whoever to let these clouds just pass by and not grab them and get synced into them and drown, because that's when you start going downhill, and now and then it will happen, but more often than not, stay in control of your thoughts and emotions and you win the game. All right, so it's now 5 o'clock. I'm gonna get out of here and go hit a massive push workout in the gym. You can find me on TikTok, Corey Trains, but aside from that, thanks for this video. If I missed something that you've experienced in your journey so far, comment below and let me know how it went. But other than that, we out of here. See you guys in the next video.